going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Fans View podcast. Today, I got something special for you. I have a twofer. We are joined by Miss Becca Monopoli and Miss Quinn Davis, who are set to make some history this coming season, 2026, in the ARCA Menards Series. That being the first all-female driver group. They're racing for City Garage Motorsports, and they have a schedule ahead of them that we're going to dive into. We're going to talk 2026, and we're going to talk about what it means to be trailblazers in the industry. First things first, guys. Quinn, Becca, how are you guys doing today?
Great.
I appreciate you guys taking the time to come on the show. We're just going to jump right into it. Becca, I want to start with you. You've been racing for years. You've built a reputation, on hard work and success across multiple series. How did your racing journey begin, and what brought you to City Garage?
So my journey began, I was 21. Most start when they're kids like Quinn. But I was late into the sport. Only child, so my mom didn't want me to race, but her side of the family raced. Dad's built race cars forever. He's been crew chief for a lot of local shoes around here. Finally, I got the chance to do it and just haven't looked back. Started in Legends, went to Pro Trucks, super late models, and still running the Pro Trucks now, and now ARCA. I had got a call, I think it was 2 years ago now, to go test at Daytona and ARCA if I was interested, and of course I was. And at the same time, I didn't know City Garage, but Stewart was looking into starting a team himself, and he seen on the entry list for Daytona my name, and I happened to be out of Lakeland, Florida, as well as him. So he reached out and to see if I was interested in being a driver. So we met, and it's just gone from there. Did our first 2 races with him last year, IRP in Toledo, and then 8 more this year, and we got all the East Series next year with him.
I love it. I love it. And Quinn, like Becca said, you've been ripping anything that had a steering wheel since you were what, 5 years old.
Yeah.
You're you're 16 now. You're stepping into almost pretty much a full season at ARCA. With CGM. What has that progression been like for you, and how are you preparing for a full campaign going into the year?
That's actually a really, really good question. I had met Stewart and the whole CGM team at my 3rd start for Garage Motorsports in the ARCA series, and even then we weren't even on the same team. We were all just connected so quickly, and Stewart had reached out to me and saying that there was an opening for a possible seat for the 2026 season. I immediately took it because I didn't know what other possibilities I would have had if I didn't take it. So, obviously, it's non-negotiable once you get offered that ride, because it's really, really uncommon to have a grassroots team ask you to be a part of their trail, about their journey. It's really, really hard to see that now because it always relies on your money rather than your talent. And with Stewart and Mike and everyone from CGM, they care about the talent and the person that you are. I feel like with this campaign that we have going on, that it's gonna open up some eyes, and what I'm doing to prepare for it is stuff like this, interviews. It's probably gonna be a lot of them, and I've been staying in the gym consistently, doing meal plans, so I'm doing the best I can to help guide CGM to the road to victory.
I love that, and you kind of just touched on that. You two ladies, along with Logan Misuraca and City Garage Motorsports, are going to be making history in 2026. With the all-female lineup, the hashtag Girl Driver Initiative that's been getting attention all over the racing world. Can you guys talk a little bit about what that means to you personally, not just as drivers, but as women in a male-dominated sport? Becca, I want to start with you.
It's a pretty cool thing to be part of history like that. I mean, when we were at IRP this year, that's when me and Quinn really first started talking, before she was part of the team. And we had tied the record for ARCA for the most females to start a race. There were 6 of us. So just even that was just a cool moment. We did a big group picture of all of us that were there. And so to get to be another record, or just another part of history for racing and for ARCA, and it's a cool thing.
For sure, for sure. And Quinn, like I said, obviously you're part of the all women's team. Not to mention your age, you're a very young woman, get not just getting started in this business, but to be having as much success as you have had at such an early age. What does this mean to you to be a role model for women out there that might want to follow in your footsteps at a young age and get into motorsports?
I've always wanted to be a great inspiration rather than be successful from something that I do. For me, it wasn't where I eventually got to for like my dream and stuff like that. Like everyone's dream is NASCAR, but my dream was to make an impact on, not just women, but younger kids who want to get into this type of racing. Like it's rough. It's like having your own career, especially since I've been doing this since I was 5, and it was more than just a sport to me. It was a business. It was an occupation that I've had for such a long time, and I want to be able to help guide people into it and help them out because I would have loved to have that help when I first started. So after all the experiences that I've had and all the amazing opportunities that CGM and City Garage Motorsports have done for us, I'm blown away by it. So I want to be able to help people, and I think it's also everyone would think that it's a lot of pressure on me to have that kind of audience, but when I look at it, it's just a unique perspective that I can tell people about so that way they can look on it from both my perspectives and someone like Becca who's been doing it at an older age, but yet she still shows talent on the track. It doesn't matter, but it's we both have different knowledges. She knows most about the tracks that we're about to be running at next season, and I know more about what's going on internally inside the car. And we can
Right.
put our knowledge together and we can execute each race coming forward.
I love that, and that's a perfect segue to my next question. Is kind of borrowing each other's brains and what you might be a little bit deficient in. Becca can pick up the slack, and what Becca, same thing. You guys, the third part to this trio obviously is Logan Misuraca, who has a ton of experience, especially on super speedways with that background. What does she bring to the dynamic of the team heading into 2026?
I
Becca, you
feel.
go ahead.
Oh, go ahead.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. Whoever wants to go, go ahead. I'll cut that out.
I was gonna say that I met Logan Misuraca at the Nashville Super Speedway, I think about 2 years ago, and I was introduced to her. She was an amazing person, and I didn't know much about her at the time, but when I finally got to know her, she has amazing experience that both me and Becca can use from her, whether it's from super speedways to car knowledge to marketing techniques, anything that she has, she'll bring to the table and give out. So I'm really excited to be working with her.
For sure. You got anything, Becca?
I mean, yeah, I think her input on the super speedways and just getting to pick her brain on that will be pretty helpful.
Okay.
Hey, you. Yeah, watching this right now. I see you. If you're enjoying what you're watching, I've got one quick favor to ask, and it only takes a second, costs you nothing, and makes a huge difference. If you could go ahead and hit that like button, maybe drop a comment. If you haven't already, make sure you're subscribed. Doesn't seem like much, but for small creators, it's everything. So let's help more people find this channel and keep the content coming. And honestly, I'm pretty sure the podcast will be really grateful. So if you're having fun, you like what you see, make it official, click those buttons, and the Fans View podcast, we'll see you next time.
Okay. Well, as we start to look ahead, and I'm not even going to say Daytona. I'll cut that part out. As we look ahead, the ARCA Menards Series East kicks off March 28th at Hickory Motor Speedway. That's a classic track. It's got a ton of history. What are you guys' expectations, as you prepare, easy for me to say, for such a competitive opener?
I mean, if you listen to Ryan, one of our crew chiefs, he's super stoked for us. He's like, oh, y'all are going to be great. I love it there. So he's going to have our cars set up to succeed there. And we're going to be watching all the films. We're going to learn as much as we can to get there and take advantage of all the practice time that we get. And we're going to do very well. That's the plan.
Go ahead, Quinn.
Touching on what Becca said about Ryan, like Ryan is more than a crew chief to our team. He's the one that basically runs the entire thing. like he'll call and like check in on us and stuff. Like he's basically family. He's been working hard to help both me and Becca like learn some techniques that we can use out there next season, and he's been also helping guide like our own crew chiefs or crew members. Like he's taken full control of our team and helping us get on the road to success, and hopefully we can make a good name for ourselves out there.
I love that. Well, as 2026 gets closer and closer, what goals have you guys set for yourself, specifically short term for the 2026 season? Quinn, I want to start with you.
Okay, so when I was new last season, I always had a thing with like getting lapped. I didn't have the best equipment, and I made a Class C car to a Class B car. But my main goal is to not get lapped. But I really, really hope that we can bring, like, if not my car, Becca's car into victory lane this season, because I not only would make us happy, it would make Stuart really, really happy. And I know that if he gets happy, he does a little happy dance. So,
And Becca, what have you set out for yourself for 2026?
I like that goal of not being a lap car. I've been in that same boat. It's not fun, but I've also been like the first car to be a lap down, so that felt kind of successful. But I think I agree. I want to stay on the lead lap. Also, let's bring home at least top 5, and as long as we finish all the laps, we're going to be there at the end of the season, sitting pretty.
as long as we're just in one piece, that's a goal. That's a goal.
Stuart somewhere will love that answer, I'm sure. Just bring everything home. Before we close this out, I got to ask you guys my 2 favorite questions, because I like for people to get to know who you are outside of the car. And Becca, I'll ask you first. What are you a fan of outside of racing?
I like to read. I'm a reader. I'm actually in my little library now. Sports-wise, I'm not a big sports watcher, but I am a fan of the Tampa Bay Lightning. I will watch them. I'm not a hockey fan. I'm a Lightning fan. So, well, yeah.
Okay. All right. I like that. Quinn, besides macaroni and cheese, what are you a fan of?
Well, I'm just a fan of food in general, but
God bless.
I do play flag football for my high school. I just recently went homeschooled, so I can play my final year of flag football. So that's also like another way I can stay in shape for the seasons. And other than that, I'm really into like gym time, and occasionally like I'll draw. I have like some drawings around here somewhere, and I'll pull it up in a second. But like I like to draw and write. You can ask everyone from the CGM team. I love writing, and I'd be a great lawyer because I'm good at arguing.
I'm going to leave that one alone, but I love that. Becca, while she tries to find some artwork, I'll ask you. Obviously, you're still a very young woman. You're still young in the motorsports game for what it's worth. How do you define success at this stage, not only of your career, but of your life?
I would say that you're happy and proud of what you've accomplished. Like, if at the end of the day, at the end of the race, you're not happy, and other people might think it was a good race, good job, you did awesome. If you don't feel it yourself, then you just don't feel successful. So it's living up to your own expectations and standards.
I love that. And Quinn, the artist, I want to give you a chance to show the people what you got going on.
This one is unfinished, but like my favorite animals are orcas, and like I'm making like a mama and the baby right now, but like that's just one of them. But yeah, I think it all kind of started when I started drawing little track layouts when I was racing quarter midgets when I was 5, and I think I'm really good at drawing circles.
I love it. It's unfair for somebody to be that talented and that multi-talented. So I hate you while respecting it.
Thank you.
To the same question to you though that I asked Becca. Obviously, you're a very young woman, and not just young in age. You're young in the motorsports, genre. How do you define success at this stage of not just your career but your life?
For me, defining success is not having to fulfill everyone's standards. Because whenever you feel like you have to make other people happy, do you really feel happy with yourself, with how you've done? Like, take having to prove yourself as an insult. That's what I always say. Protecting your peace is not selfish. And as long as you keep on pushing and you keep your intentions pure, you won't lose anyone. People will lose you. So just keep pushing the limits, guys.
I like it. I like it. And we're gonna get out of here pretty soon. But I wanna put this to you guys. And Becca, I'll start with you. 2026 was successful if. How do you finish that sentence?
If we finish every race.
Okay, I like that. Quinn, 2026 is successful if.
That one's tough. I'm like trying to either be funny or serious, but I'm gonna go with funny. 2026 is successful if there's a tired donut on the door. That's all that matters. But no, seriously though, it's successful if everyone is just happy. That's fine with me. I know, like, I'm successful if there's fun involved. How about that? We'll do that.
I like that. I like that. We're gonna go with that. Well, guys, I want to thank you so much for coming on the show. Hopefully, this is the first of many appearances by you guys. You know, once you guys start winning a couple races and those top fives and top 10 start rolling in, I'm gonna be on Stuart to have you guys back for sure. But let people know where they can get a hold of you online. And also, I don't know which one he wants to take it, but I know there's still sponsorship opportunities for you guys for the 2026 season.
Mm-hmm. The 5 car is the one with no primary sponsor right now. Becca's covered by Orlando Healthcare, or Orlando Health, and with me, kind of partially Orlando Health, but we're trying to find a big sponsor for the number 5 car just so we don't have to struggle so much with funds. So anyone that wants to be interested in helping us out, there's also an insider program where if you can't afford to sponsor our team, you can help out. Like any dime, we will take it. Honestly, we're thankful for anything, and that's in the City Garage, any kind of City Garage Florida page on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. There's info about everything in there. You can select a tier, and depending on what your financial stability is, you can choose, and it would make a great big smile on Stuart's face.
I love that. And where can people reach out to you on social media? I know you have a very entertaining Instagram page.
Yes, well, with me, it's just Quinn Davis Racing, anything. Like, I have a website, all my social media is on there, and then City Garage Motorsports, look them up. We're there.
I love it. And Becca, where can people get a hold of you?
You can Becca Monopoli Racing for Facebook, and for Instagram, you can just search Becca Monopoli, and I'll be there too.
Becca?
I love it. I love it. Thank you guys so much. This has been so much fun. And like I said, hopefully this is the first of many appearances on the Fans View because you guys are a lot of fun.
Thank you. Definitely. Thank you so much for having us, though. This was so much fun.
Of course.
Tell Stuart to put us back on here, and I'll join.
I 100% will. You guys are a lot of fun. I was very nervous about having 2 people on at the same time, but you guys made it.
You did great, though. You did amazing. You're fine.
I try, man. I try. Let me end this recording though. Guys, make sure you support these guys, support CGM, support Quinn, support Becca, support Logan. Like Quinn said, go hit that insider program. If you can't give $10,000, give them $10 and help make these young women's dreams come true. But most importantly, guys, show them some love, show them support, and don't forget to call your mom.
If you haven't liked or subscribed, you're going to be joking me.